True. I didn't even think about that. That's crazy.
You got to give it to you. Where are you right now?
Right now, I'm in my studio. I'm in Miami, Florida. Just chilling. Actually, sorry, my mom just called. You can see the ocean right here.
Wait,
It's so beautiful.
no. Damn, I gotta jump on YouTube. I mean, I'm doing the wrong type of business. I need to be singing on
Backyard.
YouTube. Wow, that's awesome. You know, Florida's been having some issues. Florida and Georgia have been wilding out.
Nah, I know. It's like the Wild West out here. It's like Texas. You know, I'm from Texas originally.
Oh, I'm from Louisiana.
Nice.
What part?
San Antonio.
Oh, Wild West.
Oh yeah.
Dude, it must be crazy for a dude like you who loves to perform and be on stage in quarantine. How are you connecting with fans at the time?
Yeah, it's definitely tough because I love to travel so much, but in this time I'm really just sticking to IG Live and performing on there and just making videos and really I'm actually just taking a lot of time to reflect and listen to my old music and figure out what I really want to put out when this is all over with. So it's a good time to just get to know myself and to dig a little bit deeper.
Yeah. Isn't it crazy going back into your old jams and realizing like how different of a person you are now from when you first started?
For sure. Yeah, it's always wild to like listen back to my old songs and I feel like I have a lot of dope records from the past, but I also feel like a lot of them were kind of just like given to me, because I was a young kid, like 15, 16. I didn't really know how to write a song. I didn't know how to dance very well. So I was very new to the game, and so they would just hand me songs, and I would be like, oh, this one's cool. I want to record this one. Like I don't like this one. Like I would still pick them that way, but I wasn't. The songs weren't me. Like I wasn't writing them. So
Yeah.
It's cool to hear the transition from hearing like a pop song that was written for you or somebody else, and then listening to songs that I've actually written like from my own heart and actual experiences I've been through. It's different. It's cool.
That's amazing. And
Yeah.
one of your old songs that I'm obsessed with just got remade by a fan into this unbelievable video.
Yeah.
Supporting frontline workers. What was it like whenever you saw the video? Because it brought me to tears.
Yeah, no, it definitely made me tear up a little bit too, because the song "All I Ever Need" is one of my favorite songs I've ever done because it's actually the first song that I wrote and produced ever. So it's very special to me, and it actually just hit 100 million streams on Spotify. So that's pretty crazy. It just hit that like 3 days ago. It's pretty nuts.
Hey, you got 100 million streams on Spotify?
Yeah, to my first ever record that I produced. But that just goes to show, like, when you write a song and put your own heart and feel into it, like, people are gonna resonate with that more because it's coming from you, actually.
No, it's the power of emotion. But how
Exactly.
old were you when you made that song?
I was 16, I think.
I am 33 years old. I cannot put my emotions in a letter, in a text message, and here you are putting your 16-year-old emotions.
It's crazy.
To a song with a hook, a melody.
So wild.
This is insane.
I couldn't believe it, honestly. It's a huge blessing, but the song is really just about depending on that one person that that you don't need any of these other material things. You don't need anybody else. It's just that one person is all you need, and that's what I feel like is what we're going through right now with these people that are in the hospitals. Fixing up all the patients and the grocery workers that are still bagging up all the groceries. Like we need these people to survive. So they're the real MVPs for sure.
People forget about the grocery workers.
No, they do.
I bring a bottle of vodka and tequilas, and I put them in my mailbox. So you see, if you're in LA and you see a drunk postal worker.
Oh yeah, they're seeing the most people. So shout out to them.
It's crazy. What else are you doing to help out? Because I heard you're doing big things.
Yeah, actually, you talking about right now in quarantine?
Yeah.
Yeah, right now I'm pretty much just waking up every day, working out on my balcony, making music and just staying creative, and that's really it,
So I hear on May 15th you're going to perform at a virtual graduation.
Yeah.
How crazy! First, you were homeschooled.
Yeah, I was homeschooled. This is definitely a cool opportunity for me because I've never graduated before, and this is just cool to be a part of. You know, like especially like an all girls school, and getting able to perform all I ever need for them is pretty sweet. So
Isn't that crazy how like you get to do that for these girls who are probably missing out on like one of the most important days of their life?
yeah, yeah. I mean, it sucks because I know, like, freshman year, like this is what, like the end game. This is what you think about, like, oh, like graduation. What am I gonna wear? Like all the parties, like, and then you're just stuck in your house. But that's not that bad though. You know, you get to chill in your PJs with your hat on and
You're good. Awesome
chill.
emoji, roll
Yeah,
your Zoom, and you're good. You're good.
yeah. That's all you need.
Do you ever think about, your life had you gone to school? Like, do you ever miss out on those things that, most people do, like proms and homecoming?
Honestly, I never really missed it because when I was supposed to be in high school or going to prom or graduating, I was traveling the world, going to Japan, Italy, South America, like so I wasn't like tripping and like, oh, I wish I would have went to prom or like no,
Yeah,
no, no. But I don't think anything really would have been different if I would have stayed in school. I think it just would have been harder for me to focus because it was like it was just popping at the time. Like I was posting videos every week, getting millions of views. Like people would just nonstop bothering me in school. So it was kind of just for the best, like to just be homeschooled, you know?
it's crazy because like I'm on a TV show, and like I know when a TV show is popping is because like when I go to the airport and look like trash, people are like, "You're the black guy from the TV show."
Right.
How did you know your YouTube was like this is the thing?
Mm, I think. I mean, I knew it started turning into a thing when I went to school, and people were starting to give me a hard time about it. Like I would just be doing my thing, and people would be like, like what are you doing? Like I don't really like. You should just stop doing that because like
That's
like just whatever. Like there's just no good reason why they like didn't want me to do that. So I was just like, all right, cool. Like I'm getting to y'all a little bit. Like it's starting to work a little bit, you
so
know. And
slick.
then I go to the mall, and then I can't even really shop in peace. Like girls just coming up left and right. And I think when I was about like 13, 14, like 14 years old, and I was like at the mall every weekend, and I started like creating mobs in the mall. There'd be like hundreds of people like just gathering around, and as a kid, I was like, what is happening? Like this is so weird, because like I was always bouncing around from house to house. Like I never was like living in one town for
Yeah.
a long time. So I never really made like too many friends like I was like really close with. So I was always just kind of like that one kid in the back of the class that's just like looking at everybody and trying to figure out what's going on. Like
Say to himself.
yeah, like a real like loner type kid. So going from that perspective to like girls, like hundreds of girls at the mall, like just trying to get a peek at like, oh, like where's he at? Like it was just so weird as a kid at 14 to be like, whoa, this is like a life switch, like
Yeah.
quick. So it's cool.
Look, you have a long time till fatherhood,
Mm,
but would you ever let your kids do and go down that path that you went on?
for sure. I don't think there's anything that I would stop my kids from doing. Like if it's something they love, or if it's something that I may not understand, but they just have a good time doing it, like I'm gonna let them do it. As long as it's safe. But I don't ever want to be a parent that's like, nah, you can't do that because I don't think it's a good idea, or I just don't believe in it. Like, nah, it's not me.
Look, I know a lot of kids have dreams, and a lot of
Yeah,
people say, I'm going to be this, and I'm going to be this, and no one really works to it. But a lot of times your parents can't see that dream,
yeah.
can't envision it for you. What was
Mm.
it like to have parents that supported you through this journey?
I mean, it's meant everything to me because I wouldn't be here without my mom. I was raised by a single mother, and I'm an only child, so we're like this. So having her support was really all I needed, and from there, like once I got it, it was just like straight to the top. Like she was helping me film my videos, like giving me different ideas. Like she actually she once it got to a certain point of me doing so well on YouTube, she quit her job just
Wow.
to full time help me like keep it
Hustling.
going, even and make it go further. So it's just been amazing. She's the
If you
best.
hadn't broke your mama off this Mother's Day with a G-Wagon or like
Woo!
that fat-ass diamond ring, I'm going to come
Yeah.
find you in Miami with Trick Daddy, and we gonna fight. Okay? Because I know some people. I know Nicky Jam. I know
Oh man,
Bad Bunny is in
we
Miami
know
right
all the
now.
same people.
I'm gonna come fight. I'm gonna come fight you.
Yo, pull up.
I'm gonna pull up. That G-Wagon better be an autobiography. Don't even try to get her. Don't even try to get her that 550. I will knock you out. Look, you've gotten to work with some really goddamn cool people.
Yeah,
Pitbull, Juicy J was like my shit when I was growing up.
for sure.
Who would you love to work with in the future?
I think I would love to work with Miguel and Ariana Grande and Sabrina Claudio.
You know what? Those are three good choices.
Yeah.
I mean, Ariana Grande can't be that hard to get at this point because you are
Nah,
at 100 million streams.
we can get to it.
We can get to it. I
Yeah,
know her publicist. We can get to
yeah.
it. You have this. It's crazy because like when I look at the photos, it's like, oh, this white kid, and then all of a
Mm,
sudden this voice comes out, and it's like, holy fuck, there's like
mm,
some real soul and some real grit to it. Where
mm.
does that come from in your voice?
Well, it started from the soul came from country music because I'm from San Antonio, Texas, and that's all I really listened to growing up. Like from 0 years old to like 14, I was only listening to like George Strait, Alan Jackson, Rascal
Wow,
Flatts, like just so much country, like nothing but country. And then once I turned like 14, 15, like that's when I found T-Pain and I fell in love with R&B. Like
so
T-Pain opened that door for me.
so you were going from I wake up and teardrops they fall
Hmm.
down like rain, and then all of a sudden you heard "Let me buy you a drink," and then it was over.
Yeah, well, the first song I heard from T-Pain was Bartender, and it sold me. I was like, I don't know what type of music this is, but I love it, and I don't want to listen to country ever again because like I've just heard so much of it, and this is just like a fresh breath. So,
Yeah.
Boys to Men, huge inspiration. Neo, of course, Usher, one of my biggest inspirations. Of course, Miguel. Um, I love Lil Wayne. He's like the first rapper that I really like. Was like, oh, like
Oh my
this is
God.
different. Like what kind of music is this? Like it just like opened up a whole different world for me, which led me to Drake and then that whole thing. And then I actually eventually got signed to Cash Money. That was my first uh,
Damn.
record label that I ever signed to. That's why I moved to Miami was to sign to Cash Money. So
Wow.
yeah, and my managers also managed T-Pain during like his entire like reign of the music industry. So it was like a full circle, like meant to be type of thing. And I was like, whoa,
That
I
is
feel like I'm supposed to
crazy.
be here right now. You know?
No, that's insane. My first, like, I grew up in Louisiana,
Yeah,
and I'm so old. This is God, I'm going to age myself so hard. My sister snuck me out. I was 10 years old. She
yeah,
snuck me out to drive to New Orleans, which is 2 hours away from where we live.
right.
And we sat in a park for hours listening, and they were recording the Back That Ass Up video
Yeah,
in the middle of the park. So when you see like that mob of people, that's not CGI. My 10-year-old ass was in the back, jamming in the back, and they kept on
crazy.
playing the song. It was old school. So they would start from the beginning and go all the way to the end, and everyone would
Woo.
go wild for 10 hours. That's the first time I ever saw Lil Wayne in concert, and I was obsessed with him.
That's crazy. What a time.
He is what a time. What a time to be alive when auto tune and fucking T Pain comes
I
through. You know what I mean?
know.
A lot
It's
of
changed
people
the entire
underestimate T
game.
Pain.
They should never underestimate T-Pain ever.
Damn. What's the first thing you're doing out of isolation?
First thing I'm doing is balling with my bros because I haven't seen my boys in a while and I love to play basketball. And probably after that, I'm gonna go get some brunch at Ball Harbor and then hit the beach, honestly, because I miss the beach. I live right on the sand and I get to look at it every day, and it's every day is like the most beautiful beach day I've ever seen, but I just can't go down there. So it's like
Crazy.
the biggest tease. So I'll probably go to the beach, honestly.
I thought you were gonna say I'm gonna go to 11 nightclub. I'm like, I'm coming with you,
I'm definitely gonna be there late night after the beach for sure.
bro. I don't know how you people live in that city and have 11 nightclub because every single time I go to that place, I leave when the sun's up.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole point, really.
I've like literally like I can't even talk about what happens in that club.
I don't even want to talk about it either. It's too much sometimes. Like, I mean, that's kind of just like that's just Miami, and it's kind of like the music industry too. Like, I don't really have a regular sleep schedule. Like, as much as I try to like, you know, go to bed at like at least midnight, and then get up at 9 to work out. Like, usually I'll wake up at like 3, 4 p.m. You know, hit the studio, be working in the studio all night, maybe hit the club after that, and then that's when you wake up in the morning, and it's like, I mean, that's when you walk out the door in the morning, and the sun is out, and you're like, oh damn, like,
But you have to keep your finger on the pulse
yeah,
of what's happening around you, especially Miami, because
no, you have to,
it's like the soup of music. It's
yeah,
reggaeton, it's rap, it's all
everything,
it's all the hottest vibes and all the hottest people. And as a musician, I would think that when you go in a club and you see everybody turn up to 8
yeah,
count, your mind must be going crazy.
for sure. I mean, being in the clubs helps me make the music because, you know, I gotta hear what people are trying to listen to right now, so it just kind of
Yeah.
goes hand in hand.
I'm telling you, the last time I was there was in November, maybe, no, January, and Webelo came on in 11, and I thought I was a full-on stripper. I almost broke my ankle.
Yeah,
That's how crazy it was.
that's what 11 does to you.
Look, when the next time you come to Los Angeles,
Yeah,
we're going to play one-on-one. We're going to film it.
let's go.
I'm going to pick a charity.
Cool.
You're going to pick a charity.
Cool.
We're going to throw some cash down, and we're going to ball to 10. Whoever wins, charity gets the money.
Sounds like a great plan.
I'm in.
And I'm definitely holding you to that. Don't you forget.
No. By the way, I can come to home court advantage. I can come to Miami with a camera crew.
Pull up.
Bring your boys.
They're there.
Okay, call me for Mother's Day. Make sure you get that G-Wagon.
All right, I got you.
Have a good one. Congratulations.
All right, thank you again. Great talking to you.
You too.
Peace.
How adorable is this dude? Okay? Adorable. And I'm going to say this because I'm very critical about my music. This dude has the body, he's got the soul and the voice. He honestly is one of those musicians where you could tell that his music means more to him than anything. And I think it's a sign of having to work for it. It's a sign of it not coming easily to you. And you heard his story. He was raised by a single mother. Like, that dude had to sacrifice, his family had to sacrifice. So this means more to him than you probably even know. I love this dude. What's up, Japan? How are you guys? I know. I just woke up. It's a lot. Do you guys have any questions? Any comments? Should we look at some hot topics? Ooh, wait, y'all. Hold on. Let's see what's happening. Kelly Clarkson reveals her 4-year-old son, Remy, has a speech delay. He had a speech problem because he had this ear problem when he was a baby. We didn't know. They got clogged with a ton of wax, which made them think he was deaf because he spoke as if he was underwater. The big milestone for us is Remy is getting to really find out his own personality and his identity, because it's been frustrating for him not to be able to really vocalize his emotions. You know what's so crazy? Shout out to Kelly Clarkson, who openly talked about this, you know, with a reporter, and put this music out, put this information out, because I think a lot of moms go through this thing right here and they don't know why, and they can't understand it. And a lot of times, you moms out there, I love y'all, but y'all be blaming yourselves for way too much. Y'all be blaming yourselves like y'all didn't do enough, or like, I can't believe maybe it was because of the formula or because of something that I did when he was in utero. And sometimes it's not about you. And I don't mean that in a hard way. I mean that in a, you didn't cause this. You did everything that you could have. Um, and a lot of times when kids have speech impediments or they're later on hearing or later on learning, every time moms ultimately think it's about them, and it's something that they did. It's doomsday, and it's the blame game. And shout out to Kelly Clarkson, because I know a lot of people out there who are dealing with something similar. You know, have really put themselves out there and put themselves on the line. I mean, how about Ariana Grande confirming her man in the video? Okay, so this video is called Stuck With You. It's the song with Justin Bieber. And it shows all these couples, Gwyneth and Brad, Kendall and Kylie, Demi Lovato and her boyfriend Max, Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher, Jaden Smith makes, appearances in the 4-minute, 17-second video. And it's about being stuck with the person that you love and all of these things. And the cutest thing is, at the end, she finally shows her boyfriend's face. So it's kind of cute that, like, it kind of happened. Although I kind of spilled the beans about Dalton yesterday, because I just know Dalton. He's so sweet and such a nice guy. But it's really funny. However, I think it's interesting that Demi Lovato did it with her boyfriend Max already. They haven't really been dating that long. And have we not learned anything from J-Lo and Ben Affleck, that the minute you put your man in the music video, it just never works out? I just don't know. SDC Blue, being a parent is hard, and we feel that way because we're supposed to protect them. And when something goes wrong, we feel like we failed. Yeah, but you know what? If you get down on yourself about something that you could not control, who's looking ahead? Who is moving the process and the journey ahead if you're stuck at, I failed? And we have to remember that. And I understand it, and I'm not a parent. I've just been a nanny for a very long time. So I know how parents get down on themselves, and I know what it does. It just stops the process, and it stops you from the journey. So I just hope that parents don't lose, the sight and the prize, and don't stop and let these things, dwell them down. As you guys know, Daily Pop coming back Monday, 12:30. May 11th, the day after Mother's Day. So get your butts on E at 12:30. I will see you guys soon. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll be here on IG Live, living it up for you guys.